Miracles Observed. Good evening. Thanks for the invite to be here. So I'm Sheldon Paul from Innovate 10X, and I'm also director at eGov, and I'm supposed to speak about artificial intelligence in government. I think I should spend a couple of minutes trying to demystify AI just a little bit. You know, as inside the room and as trying to recognize a few people and how we learn. We learn sequentially, right? And I'll speak to you about how the AI is learning, call it in parallel, right? So I look around the room, I say Lennox, and I remember Lennox in finance, and that's all I always know about Lennox. That's my brother Chris from football, right? And a couple other people I recognize because I put something attached to them. Vendor I know in IT from a long time. McDonald I know you're a Berger man. Now, with the AI, we put information in a computer to help us to remember things as well. Because when we go into the computer and we search it anyway, we get back information because it's indexed. Now, what is happening? The storage cost, processing speed of computers on an annual basis doubles, right? And you call it that we have an infinite amount of storage now, and you have quantum computing, so there's just enormous speed, and there's memory. So what happens is that, and because everything is digitized, when you go to a library, you read one book at a time. And you can only read, you have speed readers, might read 2-3 books in a day. But most of us will probably take at least a weekend, and you move on to another book. And the book that was not intriguing, you're going to forget it as well. The computer does not forget. So just like when as long as your computer don't have a virus, you boot it up, the information is there, and it's intact, right? So you have all of these servers right now where over the years, they're digitizing everybody, they're taking your fingerprints, they have your facial recognition. As in Dubai the other day, and what they do right now, and this is government using technology, is when you're speeding, because there are cameras like everywhere, so it knows when you're speeding, immediately it will send you an email with a license plate, with a ticket in Dubai right now, right? And them give you a certain amount of days to pay, but because they have agreement with the banks, when you don't pay, it's either a loan the bank give you, because they put your account into deficit and taking them money, right? No human intervention involved. You have a couple of days to actually dispute it, but my friend showed me he got a ticket, and when he showed the car, and it was raining, and his license plate, I said, boy, there's no way you could dispute this. So that is where it is. So just remember that, computer doesn't forget anything, and there's data sharing with countries. So when you enter all your information, I actually, when you try, I remember trying to leave Jamaica, and I only booked a one-way ticket, and they would not allow me on the plane, because as soon as I tried, I said, Mr. Paul, you have not booked your return ticket. I said, oh, you know that? I said, but we say we're all connected. Now I booked my ticket on one of those cheap tickets online, so I'm just wondering how the hell them know I never booked the things. I'm talking, there are so many ways I could have booked my ticket, but end of the day, they know. And they let me know that they want them allow me out of here, and I don't want them to send me back to Jamaica. So right before again, because I was connected, I booked my thing. And as I booked on my phone and looked back on the system, I realized I booked my ticket right there at the airport in Jamaica. So we're all connected. Now, the other thing that's the demon for AI. I mean, you talk about the school. You teach children methodologies, how to think, how to do mathematics, right? So you have the computer as a human being that don't forget anything at all. It's a bad thing for human beings. Because if you cross somebody at least 10 years past, some people forget. The computer not going to forget it. But it knows how to learn methodologies. It knows how to think ahead. So what the computer does, like when it's playing chess, it already knows, based on any move you take, what will be the outcome. Because it plays out every condition that you can think of. Right? We try to do that in our head. Sometimes you can say, well, if this happens, I'm going to do this. If that happens, I'm going to do this. And you keep on going. The computer can do that in real time in all directions. So when it talks about building models and in terms of predictability, it can backtest and forward test very quickly. So government right now, for example, will have models where they predict like murder rate, for example, where is the likely place for the next murder to take place. And this is using what you call big data. Big data is data that is not structured, right? Unstructured data is like videos, pictures, just material that is out there. The computer, just like us, knows how to absorb all of the big data. So right now, that's why computers know like can recognize this is a cat and what type of cat it is. Because it has all seen all the variations of cats and all of that. It has all that kind of a knowledge right there in its memory. You don't have to look up for it anywhere. It's all there. So again, with that now, governments can be looking at where are the hot areas, where is likely crime to be committed next, what kind of preventative approaches actually works, right? Those things are now possible. Now I must tell you as a person, I'm a director of technical services at eGov. A lot of things I'm talking about, we are kind of slow in Jamaica, right? So we do have a long way to go. The technology is actually out there really being used. In China right now, it's gone to another level. They have a social score that they give to their citizens, which I hope these things don't come to Jamaica, but for those who are well behaved, it makes sense. If you're caught jaywalking in China right now, right, again, a similar thing, it can recognize you from behind. Nobody can hide your face. It can from the side. It don't matter. It has you in any way direct. It knows you more than you know yourself, right? And it will, again, it will issue a ticket. If you're a bad behaving citizen and you want government services, they charge you more when you have a low score, right? If you are caught loitering, littering, or whatever it may be, right? Those things affect your score. So governments are making use of this thing. And this thing for me, I would think is an invasion of privacy. But with this AI, you really don't have any privacy. Right now, if you go on your phone, you know, this is a long time now. Google know everywhere you have been in your life, you know. You can go up on your phone. Sometimes you go to a certain place and I'm telling you, oh, you were here 5 years ago at this time, right? And if Google knows it, everybody else knows it. It is digitized, right? Now, if you think about like, so like eGov now, you know, they build a lot of applications for like the police, build applications for tax administrators and all of that, you know. Again, what is happening now, because everything is linked into the database, it's going to be much easier to fight crime, right? Right now, when they want to do a tax audit, they have to go into so many different databases, and I would say Jamaican people are lazy, so they're not going to tend to want to go and search too much. But right now, with everything connected, you can just probably ask the computer, show me all the people based on vehicles sold, tax returns, who likely not reporting on them taxes properly. In 1 second, all of that will be kind of spit out to you. And with officers having that kind of access to data, they will certainly be able to be much more operation efficient in catching tax dodgers and, you know, criminals and all of that. And you know, one thing that I thought to say, you see, the AI can actually make you smarter, because for those who in education who are actually, you know, you made AI maybe give you a base essay and they improve on it, you become smarter because you don't waste time doing certain preliminaries, which is how you ever use it. But the ones who actually cheat and just make the AI, like I can't do long division again enough from long time. I mean, from I leave high school. If you want to do long division, you bring up your calculator. No, you can't sit down and do long division. No, you can't. But so we have to be very careful that we use the AI in such a way to make us smarter. If not, it's actually going to replace us. Because if every time you want to do something, you ask the AI to do it, then what value are you really adding? None at all. So for me, the key is to use the AI to make you smarter and not to try to cheat the system. The other thing is, for the dinosaurs that are here, I will that's my 10 minutes. It's actually easy to learn this chat GPT thing, it just go on to it and play with it and you will be surprised. It is AI is all inclusive. Right? As long as you can still see, you understand what I mean? You have you have glasses up there, you go on the computer, right? And you play with it and you will learn a lot. Thank you very much.